So those images you just saw are terrible. They're shocking. They're devastating. I don't think any one of us ever wants to get that phone call and watch our business burn to the ground like that. But there are things, and we have no control if that's going to happen, but there are things that we can do in our business to help us rebuild quicker. And let me tell you something. Insurance, they take their time. Even just to clean up the lot, just to get the debris out, can take months and months based upon what's there. And we don't have months and months to rebuild the business. We want to be open as soon as we possibly can again. So realistically, it could be a year or so before you actually reopen those doors. Maybe 2 years. And you could have had an amazing business, the amazing guests, a positive cash flow, great revenue business. But what happens when you close for a year or 2 years? Where do your guests go? Where do they go? They're going to eat somewhere. And of course, they're not eating with you because they can't. And what happens when they find other restaurants that they like? How do you communicate to these people? How do you get these people back in your door when you open up months later, a year later? In my book, 50 Mistakes that Business Owners Make, I talk about this. And by the way, this book's free. This book's totally free. You head over to my website and follow the link on here. Click the link. There's a link probably on the bottom or something, a button to press, and it takes you, and that book's free. And one of the steps in there, I talk about what happens if that happens to your business. How do you get your guests back in? How do you communicate with them? How do they know what you're doing? And that's key, because you want to be able to keep your guests and inform them, and because that's where your revenue was. You can't let years and years of hard work slip away because the insurance company's not working fast enough. And realistically, to build a new building and to start, you don't want to start over when it comes to building your clients again, when it comes to building your guests. You've done all that work. So step number one in this book is how to collect a database and what to do with that database. And this is even good if you want to sell your business. Because if you want to sell your business, you have thousands and thousands and thousands of contacts that you can let them know that you're opening up 5 miles away, 5 years away. It doesn't matter. Once people are in your database, they're your contacts. If they're going to give you information, they trust you, they want to hear from you, they want to know. So why not, if that ever happens to you where your building's burnt and you're forced to close, to communicate with them and say, we'll be open in 6 months, we'll be open in 9 months. You're selling your business. The next prospective buyer walks in and says, oh, it's nice you're doing $1 million in sales, but who are these people? And when you hand them a list, a database, a file that says, here's 10,000 people who are my guests, this is them. And if you don't find out of value, I'm going to take this with me because I can use this 5 years down the road, because if I'm going to reopen, do whatever I'm going to do, that right there is gold. So your database is gold. And I have a lot of other gold in this book, right? There's tons of gold in this book that'll literally make you thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. And it's a no-brainer. The book is free. Just go to click the link below. Go grab the book, 50 Mistakes that Business Owners Make. It's written by myself, who's a restaurateur and a professionally trained chef, 30 years of experience, and you learn from other people's mistakes. That's how you become success in your business. You learn from what other people have done, and you get the lesson, and you go from there. So, go grab that really quick, and